Beware. Beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Wednesday. I guess it's Wednesday. What the hell morning? It's Tuesday. Well, I'm only one day off. Hey, we're at the courthouse. These rotten, lousy bastard son of a bitches are stealing our votes. They're stealing our votes every day. And people, when I say they are stealing our votes, it's not the candidate's votes. It's yours vote. It's your vote. As a resident, as a citizen of this great country, these no-good ass white bastards, these no-good son of a bitches, they've been stealing from day one. There's people went up to vote for Roger Cook, to vote for me. They hit the touch screen, and it goes to the Democrats. Now, I know that may not affect you right now, but it will in the future. Our brave military heroes died to give us the right to vote, and these son of a bitches are stealing it? Unbelievable. I'm right here at the courthouse. Hey, Kern, Sprague, you idiots, get your asses out here. I'm in your house. I'll totally disrespect you. I'll put my foot up your ass. People, aren't you tired? It's amazing. It's amazing what's going on. Hey, and I see our good buddy. I demanded that Mark Pussy Boy, also known as Maximus Vaginus Eckert, the illustrious mayor of Belleville, he moved his little cooler. He had barricades, people, city of Belleville, and we've got pictures. I'm demanding that he be charged with official misconduct. You cannot, you check the official misconduct statute. You cannot, you hear me, you cannot use city equipment for your personal gain. And Mark Maximus Vaginus Pussy Boy Eckert did that. Now it's gone. Hey, I don't give a damn if you rob a bank. You rob a bank, you can't take the money back the next day and say, hey, even Steven, because it ain't even Steven. Hey, we got Roger Cook to be coming on momentarily. I see in the paper, and I want to clear this crap up. I'm tired. I'm tired of all these half-truths. Front page, Grim Reaper, school board district official face-off, me and LaToya Greenwood. Now, here's what really pisses me off, people. I did plead out to official misconduct. I did plead out to obstruction of justice. I pled out to conspiracy to commit bank fraud. Now, it has here in the paper with this Mike, whatever his name is, but see, they give you half-truths, and I'm tired of the crap. I'll admit to what I did, but I won't admit to what I didn't do. It says Romanik pled guilty to one count of bank fraud. He admitted to defrauding two banks of about $1.5 million to build a topless strip club in the Metro East. That is a damn lie. Check the court records. See, I tell you people, listen to me and then research it. I had two partners, people. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because I'm running for office. I'm going to give you, all the details. I don't know anybody an explanation other than that. But I had two bankers that wanted to invest in that property in Centerville. I didn't know they couldn't get a bank loan. They got bank loans that was supposed to be for an apartment complex, but they used it down in Centerville for that property. I put in our agreement, if you get a bank loan, because I didn't know they wouldn't give bank loans, you can't shore up my property. So anyway, when I found out and checked the federal court records, checked the bank records, see the newspaper, these rotten scumbag son of a bitches at the News Democrat, they won't retract anything. And again, Whatever I've done, I'll admit I've done, but I'm not going to admit and have somebody say I've done something I didn't do. I've never stolen a thing in my life. I've worked 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. Never stole anything in my life. For these ignorant bastards, and this is not my opponent, so I got to give them credit. This is a newspaper that never gets anything right. I never pled out to bank fraud. I pled out to conspiracy. They said that I knew, and rather than do 10 more years and spend $500,000, I pled out and got another 2 months. But I never stole a penny from a bank, never stole a penny from anybody. When I found out and checked the records, but no, nobody wants to check the records to find out you've done something right. When I found out, even before I pled out to this, I went to the bank and paid, I wrote out a check for $1.5 million and paid the bank back. See, they won't tell you that, people. They won't tell you, he defrauded. I defrauded no one or nothing. And you newspaper, I want a retraction, you rotten bastards, you stinky son of a bitches at the Belleville News Slimocrat. You print what's right. I'm not going to let you print what's wrong on me. And people, I tell you, listen to what I say, research it, and then you'll find out what I say is the truth. I never stole a penny from anybody. And you rotten bastards at the News Democrat, you no good pieces of crap. You and your, I won't go that far. But again, people, good article, not a bad article. I never pled out to bank fraud. It was conspiracy. They said I knew about it. And soon as I found out the next day, there was $1.5 million. You hear me, people? $1.5 million paid back to the bank in my money. Now, the newspaper won't tell you that. My opponent won't tell you that. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this crap. I don't give a damn about this election. I'm not going to have a son of a bitch lie about me. See, I'll defend myself. Kern and Sprague and those bastards, they won't defend themselves. But anyway, in this article, so I hope I've cleared that up. Never have I pled out the bank fraud, and never have I stolen a penny. I paid back that $1.5 million that those guys, and they didn't even steal it. They just used it for another project. See, that bank fraud, those laws, if you say you're using it for one thing and you use it for something else, that's bank fraud. But to say that they defrauded the bank out of $1.5 million, I want a total retraction, Belleville News Democrat, you slime balls. See, that's what you get. Whoever this reporter is pisses me off, Mike Kozadek. That's what you get for sleeping with this. Your mama's sleeping with the sheep. But I'm tired. Say what I've done, but don't lie and say I haven't done something I haven't, because I've never stolen. I give back. I've given back hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last 10, 15 years. And I'm far from being perfect, but I'll be damned. You're not going to sit there and say something about me that's not true. I don't give a damn who you are. I want a retraction, you bastards. But anyway, in the article, LaToya Greenwood says that Brad Cole, he's the executive director of the Illinois Municipal League, said people elected to municipal offices are allowed to serve in the General Assembly, and occasionally this occurs. Now, LaToya Greenwood is going to have her school district job, $100,000 a year. Her city job is a councilman, $40,000, and a job as a state rep, $100,000 with pension and benefits and salary. Over $250,000, people, and especially for you good people in the District 114, I will not take a penny, people. I do not need your money. I'm serving for the love of my country, the love of my community, not the love of money. But LaToya Greenwood, her number one goal will be to effectively communicate with my constituents so she can be a strong voice in Springfield for the needs of our district. See, why somebody got to lie? She's going to go up there and bobblehead. Madigan spent right at $1 million now on me, people, on all the hit pieces in the newspaper. I don't know how many times it's the analogy of a guy's a killer. He's a killer, then he's a murderer, then he's a slaughterer. I mean, I don't know how many times they can flip the script on my crap, but I want to thank House Speaker Madigan, because you've made me a household name, Madigan, and when I get to Springfield, I'll make you a household name, and it'll be garbage. You hear me? Garbage, you son of a bitch. See, they listen to me in Springfield. They know what's going on. This son of a bitch has ads on me up in Springfield because he's pissed at me, and that's okay. I understand that. I'm pissed at him. I'm pissed at him for what he's done. I tell you good people, if you elect LaToya Greenwood, that's on you. She's got donations from everybody, all kind of blah, blah, blah. Says here she was charged with disorderly conduct. Her and a guy went into Best Buy, and I was told that she went out without having a receipt for something, which tells me something. But it was dismissed. Well, sure it was dismissed. It was LaToya Greenwood. My family, your family wouldn't have anything dismissed, but the politicians do. I said, my number one issue, I'm going to be an independent, people, and you can read it in the News Democrat. I will never vote for a tax increase. And I'm running to represent the 114th Legislative District, but I'm also running to destroy the political culture of corruption in St. Clair County and throughout this state. And I want to thank the newspaper. They put the call letters in, KQQZ 1190 AM, the Grim Reaper. I do a lot of broadcasts from Springfield. They're right about that. They won't take any benefits, won't take any salary. See, they're right about a few things, but a lot of this crap they're wrong. But they just put a little bit of fact and wrap a bunch of lies around it. But it's the last time that I'll address this. But I want to let you know, you can read in this paper all day long. I did not ever steal a penny from anybody. When I found out that money was misplaced, misappropriated is the word, I went to the bank and I paid the $1.5 million. Check the bank, check the FBI records. You idiots at the Belleville News Democrat. It's too easy to do that, isn't it? That'd be some work, you no-count, low-life, sleazy bastards. But anyway, I appreciate the front page. And you know what they say in the entertainment business? Any publicity is good publicity, and they say unless you're caught with a young boy or a dead woman. And so that'll never happen here. I'm sure I've had sex with women that acted like they were dead, I guess, so I'd stop. Consensual sex, of course. I don't want to be Donald Trump and say that I've done something I shouldn't do. Nobody can ever accuse me of that because, as ugly as I am, it's hard. It's hard to give any kind of companionship, but that's the way it is. But anyway, people, last time I'll address this, but you got to get out Election Day. And I promise you that I will go to Springfield and I will upset the apple card that says here, I'm going to Springfield representing the people of the 114th Legislative District, not the Democratic Party, not the Republican Party, and not any party, but the people of the 114th Legislative District, my boss. I will not listen to those asswipes. I will do what my people tell them to do because I'm going to be sent to Springfield to represent them, not represent me and the political arm, no matter what faction it is. And I like here, LaToya says that she's going to work on education, public safety. She don't even have her children in school in East St. Louis, for you good people. She takes them to Althoff because her dad, the greedy Greenwoods, have screwed the school district of 189, have all their family, 19 family members working. You people, you better understand and research. She's a black lady, and she's touting she's black and I'm white. That's okay, LaToya. It ain't about black and white. It's about what's wrong or right, and it's wrong what's going on in East St. Louis. And Bob Romanik will fight, not for the blacks, not fight for the whites. I'll fight for the people of this great country. And if you people don't want it, I understand that. But she wants to be a voice for the elderly, the children. Public safety, you're on the city council. You've done nothing to help those poor policemen down there, those heroic policemen in East St. Louis fighting the fight. You sit there on your lame ass at the council meeting, say nothing, do nothing. But remember, people all throughout the 114th Legislative District, if she gets elected, she's going to be making over $250,000 a year of taxpayers' money. I'm not taking a penny. I'm not going to take a penny. I want to give back. I'm an old fart. I want to give back before I go. I want to try to do some good. You know, that's the way it is. Again, Brendan Kelly, we demand that you indict Maximus Vaginas. He used city equipment for his personal business. We've got pictures of it, but all of a sudden, I demand that indictment. Guess what? The cooler's gone. The Belleville City barricades are gone. Everything's gone. The scene of the crime is cleaned up. There's still been a crime, you no good, no count, rotten idiot. So let's see what happens with that. State Parks has in the paper. State Parks here, people. I tried to call. I donated money in honor of my son to keep Carlisle Lake open, to keep Horseshoe Lake open, Ramsey Lake, and a few others. They're shutting down the South Shore State Park. I called and said I'd spend whatever it takes. They never got back with me. See, they don't want somebody to help them out. They want to screw you people because that's what they're used to. They don't want to help you out. What happened? What happened to the public service? What happened to the government that's supposed to be there to assist you, not to screw you? There's a difference between being an assisted and being screwed, but you guys know that. Election is coming up, people. You better understand what's going on, how it's going on, and we ought to do something about it. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper Radio. Go to our streaming, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our radio stations. Listen to my repeat performance every day, Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. Please like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. You can go to my personal Facebook page, Fans of the Grim Reaper, or Bob Romanik for State Representative. And as always, do not forget St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. I want to say hi. I met a gentleman last night, a proud military veteran, Farouk. He lives in Shiloh. He has a new heating and cooling business. What a great guy. He listens to me. He said he thanked me, and I said, no, Farouk, I thank you. What a nice gentleman. And again, I don't give a damn if you guys don't vote for me. Who cares? But I do care about our military. I do care about our policemen. I do care about our first responders. I do care about our great country. And I hope, however you guys vote, you'll vote your conscience. You won't vote party lines. You vote for the person that you think's going to do a good job for you and your community. On this date, October 25th, 1944, the first Japanese kamikaze attack on a U.S. ship took place as the escort carrier St. Louis was dive-bombed by a Japanese pilot. On this date, October the 25th, 1955, the first microwave oven was sold by Tappan. On this date, October the 25th, 1983, President Ronald Reagan ordered an invasion of Grenada, an island of nations in the Caribbean, after a bloody coup by pro-Cuban Marxists. On this date, October the 25th, 2004, Fidel Castro, Cuba's president, announced that transitions using the American dollar would be banned by November the 8th of 2004. That's what happened on this date, October the 25th, throughout all these years in our world's history. We're sitting here at the courthouse. I would hope Congressman Boss was supposed to be around. These people, they're stealing votes, and this no-count, low-life, ass-white bastard, Mr. Haney son of a bitch, Tom Holbrook, he sits there on TV yesterday and says, there's no stealing going on. There's no vote fraud going on. Hey, why don't you wipe your stinky ass, you idiot? You forget to wipe your ass when you take a crap? People aren't going to believe that crap you're feeding. St. Clair County people probably in line with the same amount of corruption in Cook County, and it's been going on for 40 years. Here's Sprague, here's Kern, here's all these bastards telling you everything's running right. No, things aren't running right, people, and you know that. It's time for a change. It's time for a change, and we can make that change on November the 8th. You notice I'm here at the courthouse. I'm calling out these idiots. They're not going to come out. They're never going to come out. They know what Bob Romanik's going to do. Bob Romanik will go to Springfield, and I will. If you don't want the apple cart upset in Springfield, don't vote for Bob Romanik. If you want somebody that's going to go up there and kiss Rauner's ass or kiss Madigan's ass, and here's another thing. If Madigan keeps his power, LaToya Greenwood, they've sent down $1 million to beat me, people, for all these hit pieces. LaToya Greenwood will be obligated to vote any way he wants. And you know what Maddie's going to do right after the election? And he's already said it. A 33% increase, state income tax increase. And LaToya Greenwood, you don't think taking $1 million that she's going to not vote for Madigan? I will not bobblehead for Madigan. I will not bobblehead for Rauner. And again, I won't even bobblehead for you people. I'll respect my constituents. I'll vote the way they want me to vote. And I will upset the apple cart. So if you want things status quo in Springfield, don't vote for Bob Romanik, because it's not going to be status quo. I told you, I'm going up in a hearse and a coffin. I'm going to have 6 pallbearers. I'm going to pop out of that coffin. I'm going to let them know on Inauguration Day, this is not a celebration. This is a funeral. These guys, both Democrats and Republicans, they've screwed us, the people, the American people. We don't say when we go over and fight a war, hey, are you a Democrat? You a Republican? No, we're Americans. We're Americans. And that's what it takes. That's what it takes. It takes all of us Americans, black, white, men and women, Democrats and Republicans. It takes us all. It takes us all to make this country great again. And we are going to make it great, people. Times are changing. You can't go by the past. You see what happened down in East St. Louis, all throughout St. Clair County. They've divided us. They're trying to conquer us. They're trying to conquer. See, together, people, together, and you've heard me a zillion times, together, we can make this country great again. And it's not a Donald Trump thing. It's not a Bob Romanik thing. It's an American thing. It's a slogan that we should be going and saying and touting for the next 20, 30, 40, 100 years. Let's make America great again. And once we make America great again, let's keep America great. Because if we don't, nobody's going to help us, people. We've got to get together. These son of a bitches in Belleville, I have personally on the radio the last 5-6 years, I've humiliated them. I've embarrassed them. They don't know what to do. They can't come after me because they know it's not going to do any good. People, I stand for what's right. I stand for you people. I stand for the majority. So let's not be apathetic this election year, people. Let's not be apathetic. Let's get out and vote. And if you don't vote for us, I understand. But exercise your right to vote. And if you want the things to keep going like they've been going for 50 years, downhill, down, vote for the incumbents. Vote for the people in office. But if you want to change, a major change, give Roger Cook a vote. Give Bob Romanik a vote, because the changes are going to be major. Because we're going to work for the people. How novel is that? Working for the people instead of the political party. How novel is that? We're going to take a quick break. Roger Cook just stopped by. We're going to talk to Roger Cook. Anybody want to call in, give us a call. Roger's going to let us know his vision as to what's going to happen when he is elected. And I can't believe the support that Roger Cook has gotten. Every time I go somewhere, hey, you tell Roger Cook, we're voting for Roger Cook. You tell Roger Cook he can make a difference. Roger Cook will be with us right after this break. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Listen, I don't know where the hell we're at. We're fighting with the deputy. They're making me move my truck now. Anytime, Fox, am I on the air? Because I'm so pissed off at these son of a bitches. Okay. I got my truck out here with the remote equipment people. They're making me move the truck. But anytime there's the TV cameras, they let all them son of a bitches out here. See, they're scared. They're scared crapless of us. But here comes the chief deputy, the chief bailiff. Going to have to move it. How many times do you people come by when there's a thing going on at the county and you see channel 542? They're all lined up here, got their big antennas out. But they're going to combine. Hey, kiss my ass, deputy. And he's not really a. Well, I'm sorry. Any police officer, I'm sorry. This is a bum. This is a bum with a badge. This is a bum with a badge, a son of a bitch. You know, we can't go out to the air base, but they let Channel 5 and 4 in here. You know why? Because Channel 5 and 4 and the News Democrat, they kiss everybody's ass. I ain't kissing nobody's ass, and they can all kiss my ass. Speaking of asses, yeah, never mind. He's actually a pretty good guy. Roger Cook just walked in. We were going to have today talk with Roger all day, have a call in, and let Roger explain what he's going to do as the county chairman. But with this crap going on at the courthouse, Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition and also the people's candidate for St. Clair County Board Chairman. Roger, what the hell's going on with all this thievery at the courthouse?
Well, Bob, as you know, when I called you late yesterday, I had two friends go up to early vote, and when they hit the Republican candidate, Mine, in fact, is one of them. It reverted to the Democrat, and this is the third and fourth time that I've had calls from people. I reported the first two to the FBI office. I did it personally once and had Dallas do it again to the second one. So we called Brendan Kelly. I haven't got a call back from him, but I talked to some other people. We got to the State Board of Elections. They're here today. They're up there calibrating, checking the vote up there. And I think there's also representatives from the Republican Party from the state level. And so all we're asking for is a fair, honest election. And there's nothing worse than to work your butt off for the people of St. Clair County like we've done for the past couple of years, trying to create honest, open government in this county, and have an election stolen from you. We are not going to stand for it. And I'm telling you, we've got to get law enforcement from the federal government involved. And we've got so much election fraud in this county. It's incredible. And we're going to fight them tooth and nail.
You know, Roger, and people don't understand, and you've been fighting through the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, you and Carl, and all the members of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. People don't understand that it's not going to be a vote stolen from me or stolen from you. It's going to be a vote stolen from them, because if things don't change here in St. Clair County, Roger, we're so much in debt. Now, Mark Sweetcakes Kern, he'll tell everybody how good the airport is, how good everything is. You've got a plan, Roger, and I've seen it, and you can't lay it out to everybody because we never have enough time. But Roger, I know, and I support you because not only are you a decent guy, if you weren't a decent guy, I'd support you because you've got a plan to help this county. I've seen you all throughout this county. You're down in East St. Louis, you're all over. The reception you've gotten, that's why this vote stealing and vote fraud's going on, because they know that for a change, they've got the chance to be thrown out of office. You've put a good organization together. You've got Democrats for you, Republican. You've got black and white. You've got men and women, and they don't know how to counter this. And I just ask, Roger, when you're elected county board chairman, will you try to take the politics out of this crap, because politics is killing St. Clair County?
Bob, let me address Mr. Kern. He has no record to run on as mayor of Belleville. He has no record to run on as county board chairman. So what do? You see any, it's all negative campaigning, trying to beat down the other guy. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I did as mayor of Belleville. Reduced crime all 4 years in office. Reduced taxes all 4 years in office. Led the region in economic development and job creation my last 3 years. I fully funded the pension fund for the police and fire, which his group, when they were in control for the previous 16 years, underfunded it. And he's out here lying and saying in pieces that he had to raise taxes 32% his first year because the pension fund. He's a liar. He's a damn liar.
Well, Roger, now, hey, hey, people, when Roger Cook gets that emphatic, he's pissed because Mark Sweetcakes Kern is a liar. They got a picture of me shaking Roger's hand. Now, they want to make that negative. That's all they have, people. Do you understand? Everything's negative because they have nothing after 50 years of county rule, 50 years of government control by not the proud Democrats, because there are a lot of proud Democrats, not the rank-and-file Democrats, but the Democratic organization, the culture of corruption. Roger Cook, we have to do something, and it has to be done November the 8th.
Hey, as sure as I'm standing here, Bob, the people that working in this county building up here now listening to us, if it's Kern, if it's the rank and file, to each one of you people that work and do the county's work up here, the rank and file people, help is on the way to you. You will not have to pay a lug with me. You will not have to walk in a parade for me. You will not have to buy tickets for me. All I ask of you is to do the people's work. And you know what? We're going to bring honest, open government back to St. Clair County, and we're going to make great things happen. We're going to get rid of the waste, the fat in this government. We're going to address Mid-America Airport, and we're going to do it in a hurry.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You're going to get rid of the fat. Hey, Herb Simmons. Hey, Frank Bergman, did you no good son of a bitches hear that? The fat's gone. Now, that means you no good greasy bastards. And listen, people, when Roger Cook comes on my show, he's a decent guy. I'm an ignorant son of a bitch most of the time, so don't ever hold it against Roger, Carl Officer, any of the candidates. They've got 1,000 hit pieces out on Bob Romanik. I'm by far not the best candidate, but I'm the best candidate running. The Democrats have scared away everybody. They can't scare Bob Romanik. They can't intimidate Bob Romanik. They can't threaten Bob Romanik. What they can do to Bob Romanik is kiss Bob Romanik's hairy, stinky, red, white, and blue wrinkled ass. So if you politicians don't like it, come and get some of this. Roger Cook, stick around. We'll be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud. Sometimes I'm not proud to be the Grim Reaper, but we're always proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. We're here at the St. Clair County Courthouse. We're trying to call out all these rotten dog bastard son of a bitchin' politicians, but they're hiding in their ivory tower. They don't give a damn about us. And I want to thank all our supporters in the Danbury, Mrs. Dansbury. I want to thank her and everybody that's came in to support us. It's not about supporting us, people. It's about supporting this great country of ours. You know, this election's coming up. You see in the paper, you hear on TV, voting fraud is rampant in St. Clair County. I know a woman whose parents voted in every election have been dead for years. They really should get with St. Clair County to find out that the dogs vote, the dead people vote, the people vote over and over. Actually, I know people that have voted here in Illinois because they live here. They still have their voter's ID card. They go over to Missouri and live and come back to Illinois to vote and pick up their aid. So don't tell me about voter fraud not being possible. It happens often in St. Clair County. This is just a editorial. And Roger Cook, they're so afraid of you. They're so afraid that you're going to upset the apple cart. They're so afraid that you're going to come to this county and expose them. And I had a big politician tell me Roger Cook's going to win, and the day he wins, he needs to have the federal authorities lock down that courthouse because he says there'll be so much shredding, so much burning going on that it won't be funny. What's your take on that, Roger?
Well, Bob, back in 1993, I took over a government that was a Bob Sprague-led administration. And I told the people I would work hard, make every decision based on what's best for we the people, not a party. And I did so. As I said earlier, we reduced taxes, we reduced crime every year I was in office, was a job creator and leader for 3 years in a row. And you can make great things happen when you follow a Bob Sprague-led machine government, because I've done it once and I can do it here in St. Clair County. I'm the guy that ended racial discrimination in the hiring process for not only African Americans, but also females. If you were a black female or black male and you put an application in Belleville, when you walked out that door, the Justice Department had evidence that they threw your application away. If you were a white female and you applied for be a police officer or a firefighter, when you walked out the door, they threw it away. That was the Justice Department case. I went and met with Carol Mosley Braun, Paul Simon, Jerry Costello, Janet Reno, and even met Bill Clinton on one trip. And I got a consent decree agreed to, and I brought it back, and Mark Kern voted it down with his control of his party. And I went back again and did it again and got it done. And the first African-American police officer in the city's history is now chief of police. I hired him, Bill Clay. And that's a fact.
Well, wait a minute, Roger. I don't see these facts in the newspaper. I don't see these facts when they send out hit pieces on you. People, do you understand? The most they got on Roger Cook that he had coffee with Bob Romanik. Hey, Roger, you better back off a little bit. They'll be taking pictures.
You don't see me sitting next to you.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Hey, let me say this. And to all those people up there that want to tie me and Bob, yeah, you can tie us right together. Because
Not sexually, of course.
No,
okay,
no,
all right, okay.
No, but because we all owe Bob Romanik for giving me and Carl Officer the voice to bring open, honest government and create the Freedom Coalition. We got our friends from Cahokia, from East St. Louis. From
Donna Ayers, not a friend. Donna Ayers, she's a beautiful lady standing right in front of me.
But people owe you for helping us create this path to victory and bring honest, open government. Let me just say this, because I know you want me to get off here. Please go to my website, www.electrogercook.com, and find out all the information, what I stand for, who I am, and what I did as mayor of Belleville. Nobody can change that record. He can lie, and he can say what he says, but it's all false.
Yeah. Well, Roger, we're going to be tomorrow night in Mascoutah. We've been all throughout this county, and we've got nothing but positive response. Now, people can say, well, they're not going to win. See, we're going to let the voters, we're not going to let the politicians decide this time. We're going to let the voters decide. And I think if the people that are apathetic, the people that have been beat down by these no-count, rotten, no-good, son of a bitch and perverted punks that we call politicians, if the apathetic people will come out and vote, I think you'll win by a landslide.
Let me say one more thing to all of you here and everybody that's listening. Do you know one person that doesn't get out and vote? Do you know one person? If you do, go out and call them people and say, this is the most important election. This is the time we're going to win. And the more we do, more each one of us do to help us, we'll bring honest, open government back to the people of St. Clair County.
Mr. Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, and your candidate for St. Clair County Board Chairman. And while I'm out here, I got a picture of Mark Sweetcakes Kern, and I don't know, I'm just asking, hey, Mark Kern, are you gay? Are you gay? I just want to know. I don't know. I just want to know. I know you spend a lot of time at the Y, and I'm out there working out. I see you more in the locker room. You must be the cleanest son of a bitch, cleanest politician in town, and wipe that stinky ass of yours. Mark Sweetcakes Kern. Been our county board chairman for 12 years, people, and you see what we got, a debacled airport. Because of him, the NGA, the spy agency, $3 million is down the drain. The Hoff Brew House, he's working with Eckert. These guys are bums. These guys are political thieves. These guys are no good son of a bitches. But I got to say, Kern, you are a no. Between you and Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal spray. Between you two son of a bitches, this county has been screwed, blued, and tattooed, and I'll tell you, not only there's got an argument going on here, somebody's, see, when you can't come out here and speak your mind, people, because this Gestapo, the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption, these no-good son of a bitches, I don't know, I don't want to get fined for all the curse words I'm hearing in the background, so, hey, it's always interesting on Bob Romanik's show, isn't it? There's always something, but people, I'm serious. The time has come. The time has come when we have to make a change. People are going crazy. This country is never going to recoup, never going to get better until we make it better, people. So let's remember November the 8th, Election Day. Get out and vote. Hopefully you'll vote to get rid of this St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption. But if you feel that's what you want for another 4 years, then vote Democrat. But we hope that you vote for the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, because everybody in their heart is a member of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, because we all want to live free. We all want to be free. We all want the government to help us, not to hurt us. So let's stand behind the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition ticket. And they say in the paper that I'm not endorsed by the Republican organization. And I appreciate that. But I believe I'm endorsed by the Republican people, the good rank and file Republicans of St. Clair County. And I'm going to thank them for that. I've got a great response. Election's drawing to a close. 2 weeks, it'll be over. And then the next 4 years, people, we'll have to live with it. We'll have to live with it for the next 4 years. And one last thing in parting again, with the article in the paper. No good son of a bitches at the News Democrat. I have never stole anything in my life. I pled out to conspiracy. They said I knew what those guys are doing with that money. But as soon as I find out, you check the federal records, you check the court records, you check any record, I personally paid that $1.5 million back that those guys had taken. I paid it back. Check the record. Don't believe half truth. So having said that, we got to go. There's always excitement around Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and I sincerely appreciate that because, you know, in life we can sit on our lame asses and get nothing done, but let's don't, people. Let's take an interest in our country. Let's take an interest in our government, and let's change. Let's change for the better, because if we do, future generations will benefit. If we don't, there'll be no hope for any generation. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be broadcasting from the studio tomorrow. We'll have Carl Officer in. Going to have a whole hour where Carl's going to let us know what he's going to do as the coroner. We'll be able to take call-ins. We're going to do that all this week and next week with all of our candidates, including our opposition. They're welcome to come in. They won't, but they're welcome. So let's continue, people, to understand what's going on in St. Clair County, all the corruption going on. So let's continue to unite, to expose these rotten bastard political parasitical punks, perverted punks that we call politicians. And at the end of the day, on November the 8th, let's all celebrate. Let's celebrate that this great country has been taken back by us, true Americans. Let's celebrate by destroying them, voting them out of office, destroying them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.